Hello, hello! It looks like my camera is not working, so let's see if we can fix that. There we go! Hi, Sodaruma! Hey everyone! How is everybody doing today? We are doing good over here. Had a pretty good Saturday so far. I went out grocery shopping, got myself some good stuff. I have some leftover okonomiyaki flour, so I got myself some shredded coleslaw, and I also got myself whew, got myself a few things. If you give me 1 second, I just need to start things off. Okay, you all are seeing that? Good. Okay, so we are in Alton, and we need to go and doing good, tiring but good day for you. Oh, that's good. Isabelle here is wearing a fairly new jacket that I got off of Volks. It was leftover from their winter doll party, and I applied to the lottery to buy it, and I won the chance. So I love Skajan, and that one happens to be a particularly nice one. I think I might have shown it off on stream before, but it has a very nice elaborate pattern on the back. I don't know how well you can see this with the clip on it, but there is a rising moon embroidered above the white flowers. Yeah, not only looks good, but it also sounds really good. Yeah, that's a good idea. Minish Cap dungeon gimmicks? Trying to remember, like... It's been forever since I last played Minish Cap. And the one thing that I remember the most about it was the, there was, like, the first dungeon where, like, the boss monster was a normal slime right at the beginning. Yellow? What do you mean by yellow, MJD82? My shirt? Oh. Hello, yellow. Donkey Kong Country intensified? Yeah. Nothing down here. I think that's where I was fighting a Djinn, though. Let me see here. Okay, let's see here. Just looking at the FAQ. I played Golden Sun a long time ago when it first came out. I beat the first game, and then I didn't finish the second game. No wonder I was going in circles. Was going in the wrong way. I went in the wrong door. So, this past week was the second year since I got Isabelle, and naturally I wanted to celebrate her birthday, so I ended up going on Facebook and I got some clothes for her from another collector. They're gonna be sent out today, which is good. It's just one outfit and a couple of shirts. I always want to keep Isabelle wearing pretty clothes, so that's why I always have a Buy Pretty Clothes for Isabelle fund. Hey, you never know. I mean, remember that picture of Marilyn Monroe wearing a potato sack? Yes, minecarts. Alright, this is where I went wrong. Watch for falling rocks. Do not strike the wall. Rocks may fall. Well, guess what I'm going to do? Oh, snap! We've got Indiana Jones all up in here! Either Indiana Jones or the classic Uncle Scrooge story, The Seven Cities of Cibola. But yeah, now there's a hole. And what is down at the bottom of the hole? This is interesting. This is very interesting. Oh no! Uh-oh! The man in gauze! The man in gauze! It is a massive snow cone machine! Nope, no sleepy. All right! We did it, Sam! We beat the last water beast! I wonder why Alton's guardian statues turned into monsters. Isn't it strange? Yeah. And what's up with this strange tiled room at the bottom of the mine? My thoughts exactly. The guardian statues were created long, long ago. What are they for? There's a treasure chest behind the guardian statue. It must be related to these ruins buried deep in the mine. I guess so. Hey, Sam, we should check that chest before we go. Sam checked the chest. Wow, this is a nice chest. And we got the lifting gem. So what that does is it gives you the synergy of lift. So I believe... there is a place here where we can use lift to get an item. Alright, now the happy music is playing again. So one thing I am going to do first is I am going to go in here and get my weapons upgraded. Because I think I've got more than enough money. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use up some of these items just to do some agility boosts. Well, some stat boosts, I should say. Oops, I think this is the right place. Alright, so let's put this to good use. Whoops. Wrong place. All that for a cookie. It was a good cookie. A vial. Alright, so we are back at Lama Temple. Do you know what meditation is? It allows you to find peace by closing your eyes and sealing your mind from the world around you. Wait, this is a different temple. I am hungry. You who speak to me, I sense great insecurity and anxiety within you. I sense impure thoughts from the man beside me. His training is weak. Young warriors, do you come from the east? Did you stop on Xi'an along the way? Master Fei in Xi'an is very close to our Master Hama. Students from Fei's school often continue their kung fu training here. He who has the power to see that which cannot be seen shall see the truth. So reads the writing on the wall. Did you know that the Master Hama is the greatest master of Qi? You do? Then you must have already met Master Fei in Xi'an, haven't you? But Hama's power does not end there. Master Hama is meditating. Please be extremely quiet. So, Sam, you and your adept companions have finally come. Finally come? Was she expecting us? But how did she know we'd be here now? I had anticipated your arrival. You knew we were coming then? I have been waiting a long while for you. You come seeking the elemental stars. You know about the elemental stars too? Who are you? I am a Jupiter adept, just like Ash. I'm not a Jupiter adept. What are you talking about? You are, Ash, although you may not yet know it. Why do you say that? Do you not have the power to read minds? This ability is unique to the Jupiter adepts. You predicted our coming. Is that also synergy? Ho-ho! Excellent question, Misami. Yes, the ability to foresee events also belongs to the Jupiter adepts. Then can Ash learn the power of prediction too? He already has. I don't think I have. You do. You merely do not yet know that you have it. The power of Jupiter must be great if it lets you see the future. Oh, but Ash can learn to use an even greater power. What greater power? Reveal. Reveal? Yes, I have waited long to pass the power of true sight on to you. Oh, excuse me. Getting tired. You waited here in Lama Temple just to teach Reveal to Ash? You will need Reveal if you are to achieve your goals. Jupiter adepts can learn Reveal on their own over time, but that power alone will not help you find Saturos as his company moves on. It was Saturos and his companions who blocked Silk Road. Vince and the rest of them, huh? Those cowards. By the way, I renamed everybody. So Vince is Felix. Vince bears a terrible fate, a burden I would not wish on any man. A terrible fate? What do you mean? I am sorry, but I can say nothing more of this matter. Now we must focus on the power of Reveal. You will need the power of Reveal to cross the evil Lamakan Desert. An evil desert? Is that even possible? You believe that, Sam? Well, I just don't buy it. Why will we need Reveal to cross the desert? Crossing Lamakan Desert was hard enough with the extreme heat. But evil has taken hold of the desert and its heat has become unbearable. Entering the desert now is nothing short of asking for death. Then how can Saturos cross such a deadly place? Saturos and Minardi are Mars adepts. I am merely guessing, but their powers might help them suppress the heat as they cross. I still don't understand. How will Reveal help us in such an evil place? Reveal will help you find oases to cool you against the heat. Why would we need Reveal for that? Won't we be able to see the oasis? Excuse me. Do you know what a mirage is? The desert is filled with mirages that prevent you from seeing clearly. Without Reveal, you cannot find the oases. Sounds like we should have Ash learn Reveal, don't you think? Well, of course. Yeah, I don't want to die in any evil desert. Ash, you should let Master Hama teach you how to use Reveal. What's wrong, Master Hama? You can pass Reveal on to me, can't you? I am unsure that it will work. In preparation for this day, I tried to pass a power on to a young girl, although that power was not reveal. My student was not an adept, but I thought anyone could hone a skill he or she already possessed. However, I saw no change in the girl. No, there was change! Feiji, why are you here? I sensed it. Sensed it? What did you sense? Su is in great danger. Su left this place a long time ago. I know, but Su did not return to Xi'an. The boulders in the mountains. I sensed it. I came through the mine. I came to ask for help. I sensed nothing as I was focused on Sam's arrival. But why has the power come to you now after all this time? Gems fell from the sky. One hit me right on the head. Gems. Synergy stones. Then this may work after all. What about Su? Let us hurry to Su's aid. Master Hama, what about us? What about Reveal? I had completely forgotten. It seems I succeeded in passing my power to Feiji. You will be fine. And now we've got another synergy power, Reveal. This should do it. Use Reveal to cross the desert. But your Reveal may not be that strong yet. The oasis may not appear. The rest is up to Ash's abilities. Ash, I am very glad to see you have grown to be such a strong man. Ash, do you and Master Hama know each other? No, but she doesn't feel like a stranger. Vince and the others must be far ahead of us by now. I don't know. The desert may have slowed them down, but we can't waste a second. We can't just leave like this. Hama might need our help. She only has Feiji to assist her. Shouldn't we help too? Well, yeah. I'm more worried about Vince and the others, but I'm not opposed to rescuing Su. We'll go with you, whatever you decide. I wonder what Master Hama was talking about. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go. Okay, so I have changed my shortcut, and let's see. Ah! So we're back at the Alpine Crossing. Oh. Su, are you okay? Master Hama, I am okay, but the boulder, I cannot move. Su seems unhurt. You must be glad, Feiji. Yes, thank you, Master, but how can we free him? I don't know what we can do. I'm trapped between these two boulders. At least I wasn't crushed. I was lucky. Well, that's where we come in. Okay, so Sam, did you lift the boulder? Oh my, the boulder, it floats! Quickly, Feishi, we must pull Sue free. Ready yourself, Sue. I am going to pull. 1, 2, 3. He is halfway out, just a little further. Can you hang on just a moment longer? Yes. We did it, Master Hama! Sue is free! We did it, Feishi. Thank you, Sam. We must contact Mr. Fei and ask him to tend to Sue's injuries. I will ask him to clean up the rocks, too. Excellent. If Silk Road remains blocked, everyone will suffer. Adepts, let me thank you again. I am truly grateful. I did not expect you to come and aid us. No, Master Hama, we are the ones who should be grateful. Thank you for passing the power of reveal on to me. But what you said... What is it, Ash? Well, really, I was the one who suggested we help you, right? What? Didn't you want us to hurry on to the desert, Red? Did I? Ami, did I really? I think you must be mistaken. Yeah, that's it! Do not worry, Red. I do not mind. Travel well, my friends. I hope to see you soon. Weren't you going to ask Master Hama what she meant earlier? We do not know when we will be able to see Master Hama again. Sam, don't you think we should ask Master Hama what she meant? Well, yeah. But he'd rather leave now. Master Hama hasn't looked me in the eye since she said those words. Oh boy. Well, that just makes me even more curious. Oh, she cannot be impartial to the future or to us. That is very telling. So we now have to go south. So basically, we just have to move our way through the desert and... this desert is much hotter than I ever imagined. I can't keep my cool when it's this hot. stop sweating. I wish I'd brought a change of clothes. Wow, they've really made them look like pigs in this. These orcs. Ooh, what is this? A Vulcan axe. Ooh, nice. Looks like we took some damage there. Whoops! No, we're not going in there! Well, let's see if we can go up against this one. Ah! And it's got a little heart. Okay, so let's see here. potion. $777 coins. Lucky Pepper. Ow. Oh, what have we here? The Jupiter Ginny Smog Joint. Let's use this Lucky Pepper. Aha! Nice and cool in here. Ah! Ooh, treasure. A mint. Oh boy. Get out of our way. Ew. Ramses! The man in gauze! The man in gauze! Ooh. Ah! Alright, here comes Thor! Alright, so we made it out of the desert! And now here, there is a Djinn wandering around wild that I will be able to capture. Oops. Oh, crap. I was too overconfident. A Venus Ginny appeared! Alright, so now we got one more Earth Ginny. And it's Vine. So now it's time for us to go to our next destination, which is Calais. And I think right now I am going to take a brief break. I'm gonna go grab myself another drink and a snack, and I will be back in a few minutes, so be right back. And back, everyone! Huh? Got myself some popcorn and a coconut pineapple seltzer. And we are on our way to the next town, and it is Calais. The bridge to the north was destroyed by lava. Lava, always lava. Lord Hammet's soldiers went to Vault after the bridge was rebuilt. The palace has been very quiet ever since. Oh wait, this is the guy that was taking care of Ash. So this is the temple. Haha. Oops. The most important skill for a merchant is the ability to discern quality. Anyone who can do that can be a successful merchant these days. Oh, what have we here? Ah, coins. My son received his knack for business from Lord Hammet. Sam looked in the oven. It's a Calais salad with cucumber and yogurt. I can't imagine what it tastes like. Cucumbers and yogurt. Although, to be honest, neither of them really don't have much of a taste. Calais sits at a great crossroads. Xi'an lays east, and Tolby west. This is the perfect place to do business. So Colosso, huh? Yeah, pretty much. Well, Gyro's, there's, the ones that I usually like to get are, tomato, cucumber, and then the tzatziki sauce. And that's the yogurt sauce. Man, I could go for a gyro. No one is allowed to go to Vault even though the bridge has been rebuilt. But I doubt it's because of the eruption of Mount Aleph. I'm an adult now. I don't want my father ordering me around. I do not want my son to face any danger. I am actually grateful for Lady Lyanna's orders. Sam looked in the oven. Sam got a smoke bomb! Somehow, the North has become the center of much attention lately. Why is that? Sam looked in the oven. He's making curry! Its spicy scent makes the mouth water. Alright, curry. I got myself some curry hot pot broth at the Asian market last week. And today I went out and got some vegetables for it. I have Napa cabbage. I have... I don't think I'm supposed to go in here yet. I have Napa cabbage, carrots, onions, a variety of different mushrooms that were all packaged together. It looked interesting. And I have a few little potatoes left and some tofu, but I don't know how well tofu's gonna go in curry hot pot. I did also get some Impossible Meat meatballs. Ah, tour guide operators. I've signed on for a group tour going to Tolby. I can't believe it's almost time for Colosso to begin. Everyone is going to Tolby to see the Colosso Carnival there. Lalivera, where I'm from, is the largest village in Gondowan. Calais is quite large too, but it's a little too noisy around here. We fled from Gondowan to the south. We lived in Lalivera, which was a great village until the Tolbians came. Everything changed when the Tolbian nation attacked. If you are entering Colosso, you don't stand a chance of winning, because this year, both of us are entering! I have power and Sean has speed. Together we have nothing to fear. We're so strong, making the finals will be a piece of cake! Then Uranos and I will fight each other for the championship. We are the toughest of all warriors. We will never lose. Okay. Alright, let's do a quick brief sojourn at the inn. What is this? Sam looked in the oven. It's pickles with garlic! The pickle is popular in Calais, but no one knows why. I came to Calais because I didn't like Tolby. You want to know why? Yeah? Because Bobby, the ruler of Tolby, frightens me. He has ruled Tolby for more than 100 years, they say. The difference between Calais and Tolby is their leaders. Lord Hamet rules with trust, while Lord Bobby rules with force. I'm shocked to hear the righteous thieves of Lunpa have gone bad. They say Lunpa's grandson is responsible for it. Lunpa was a kind thief. His son is Donpa. He is an honorable thief too. He stole, but he was just. Lunpa's grandson, Dodonpa, is another story. He doesn't even think twice about doing evil. Sam looked in the oven. She's toasting some bread. It smells great. Ooh, 7777! A huge mountain north of the river erupted violently. I think it was called Mount Aleph. And here is the Palace of Master Hammett. It's been so long! What doesn't matter? What's important is that the thieves freed you! Please tell us, will Lord Hammett be freed soon, too? Freed? Lord Hammett is a prisoner! You haven't heard? I can see we'll need to fill you in on everything. This is a private matter. Would your friends please leave? Yep. No, Sam, there are no secrets between us. Very well, then. Why were you not with Lord Hammett? I remained in Vault to look for his stolen rod. Stolen? Someone stole his rod? Yes, the shaman's rod, but I was able to recover it. Then Lord Hammett must still be imprisoned in Lunpa. I must report this to Lady Lyanna. Ash, come see Lady Lyanna with me. You can explain it all to her. Sam, you saw Lord Hammett heading north, didn't you? Yeah. That must have been when Lord Hammett went towards Lunpa. Lady Lyanna will surely be glad to hear your tale. Please, come with me and tell her the full story. Blah, 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 blah. When I heard that you were back, Ash, I had dared to hope that Lord Hammett had returned with you. We thought Lord Hammett had been released from Lunpa too. We sent the ransom money they demanded, so he should return soon, right? What's been happening in Lunpa these days? The leadership in Lunpa passed from its founder, Lunpa, the noble thief, to his son, Donpa, and then to Lunpa's grandson. Dodonpa is a very evil man. When did you send the ransom money? Let's see, first the volcano erupted, and the ransom note came right after the eruption. We rushed the money to them right away, I remember it well. It's been quite a while since the eruption. Is it possible they have no intention of letting Lord Hammett go? Sounds like it. You think so too, Sam? Are you saying Dodonpa won't release Hammett? I agree with Ash. If they were going to release him, they'd have done it by now. I am sorry, Lady Leanna, but I think Ash might be right. What should we do? How can we rescue Hammett? What if something has happened to him? Let us handle this. My lady, this is exactly what the soldiers of Calais are here for. Yes, Lady Leanna, please let us handle this. Command us to attack and we shall. I cannot do that, not without thinking it over carefully. How can we guarantee Hammett's safety if we send soldiers to attack? I cannot do it. I cannot put Hammett's life in risk. Can we do something to help? Yeah, we could. Oh, well, it's about time you started agreeing with me, Sam. What are you two talking about? Red thinks that we can help. It is too dangerous. If you fail, your lives would be in danger too. Besides, don't you have your own quests to pursue? Well, yeah, but we can help you out. I thought so. I knew there had to be a reason Ash had stayed with you, instead of returning home directly from Vault. Then what will happen to Lord Hammett? Hammett is a good hostage for him. They will not kill him. We shall wait for another message from Lunpa. Lady Leanna, I cannot leave like this. It will be fine, Ash. Hammett would not want to distract you from... I apologize. I have said more than I should. It sounds like Hammett knows about our mission, doesn't it? I suppose I can keep it a secret no longer. Very well. I shall tell you. He swore an oath to a Jupiter Adept. A Jupiter Adept? Have you heard of a village called Vale? Well, yeah, that's where we come from. You are from Vale? Really? Then the prophecy was true. What prophecy? 3 years after the terrible storm that struck only Mount Aleph, Ash must depart on a journey with warriors from Vale. So it was foretold. I've heard nothing of any such prophecy. It happened several years before Hammett founded Calais. He was off traveling. Hammett felt that he had reached an impasse as a merchant then. He risked his life on a journey to find a new source of business. He was in mortal danger at the southwestern edge of the world when some adepts appeared and saved his life. He had lost consciousness. When he awoke, he found himself in their village. Just a moment, am I from that village? Yes. The adept gave him the shaman's rod and you, along with some doubloons. Doubloons? Were they golden doubloons? Yes, let's see. You are called... I am Ami, Lady Leanna. It was a lot of gold, Ami, but he also received some business advice. Business advice. Hammett, the greatest merchant ever known? Wow, Tressa's got some competition. Yes, Red. Hammett has the adepts to thank for his success. Wow, I've never heard anything like that. He was advised to buy silk in Xi'an and sell it in Tolby. To see anything sell so well, it's like a dream come true. There's no denying that was when Hammett picked up his knack for business. Did he have to promise them anything in return? Ah, yes, Ash. It is something you will need on your journey. Something we need on our journey. The adept asked Hammett to use the shaman's rod to obtain it. He looked for this object wherever he went, but he could never find it. Then, 3 years ago, a storm struck, one that hit only Mount Aleph. Hammett was worried that time was running out, but he had managed to unearth a clue just in time. That, Ash, is why he took you with the caravan on his last journey north. I had no idea, so that must be why he left the rod in my care. But then... No, Ash, you mustn't blame yourself. It was my carelessness that caused the rod to be stolen. And ultimately, that's why Lord Hammett is being held in Lunpa. You must continue your journey and complete your quest. You can't blame yourself. But what will happen to Hammett? I will handle this. And don't forget the soldiers of Calais. Continue on your journey and do not worry about Hammett. I am sorry I cannot tell you more about the shaman's rod. No, don't apologize. The shaman's rod will help us find that thing we need for our quest, right? Will you look for it? Well, what are we looking for anyway? Very well. Take care of yourselves. Return to your posts, everyone. Is this the right decision, Hammett? Am I making a mistake? Ooh, it's a butler. Aww. There's a turban, the symbol of Calais' soldiers. There's a book entitled Business and You. Trust between two people is all important for a successful business. Ooh, a chest. A water jacket. Okay, so now we have our next stop in our journey. Since the bridge is repaired, we can go back north. And here's the tour to Tolby. Why are we stopping at a place like this? Yeah, we have to hurry or we'll be late for Colosso. Late for Colosso? We can't have that. That won't do at all. We paid good money to see Colosso. We can't be late. Everything will be just fine, folks. We're just checking to make sure no one is missing. Well, I guess that's okay. But if anyone is missing, we're the ones who will miss out. Forget about them. Let's just get a move on. Oh dear. Alright, hurry up and start counting. How hard is it for somebody to count to 8? Uh-oh, we're short one person. Now, where could he be? What's going on? Why aren't we leaving for Tolby yet? There are a lot of people waiting to see Colosso here. Hey, what's up? Why are the guides pacing back and forth? Come on, why aren't we leaving yet? I hear there was a landslide on the road to Tolby. We paid good money to take this cruise to see Colosso. We have to decide if we're entering Colosso once we reach Tolby. Right when we're leaving, they tell us we have to ride a boat? I can't stand boats. If I had known, I never would have come. It's just a shame a man like you can't ride on a boat, Uranos. That's it. We can't wait any longer. Can't wait? What do you mean? We all knew that anyone who was late would be left behind, right? Everyone understood that. Then what's the problem? We'll miss the boat if we wait any longer. Miss the boat? We can't let that happen. We paid a lot of money. We have to arrive before the carnival starts. There's nothing we can do. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Okay, follow me and stay in line. Oops! Now where did my tour group get to? No, they wouldn't have left without me, would they? Oh no, I'd better get moving. Okay, so right now we can go over the bridge back to Vale. Well, first we gotta go to Vault. And here we are back in Vault. You're the warriors who captured the thieves a while back, aren't you? You've returned to Vault. There, you see? The roof repairs are all finished. That's the last of the roof repairs. What should I do next? What, you want more bones? Go ahead, take as many as you want. So we gotta give a dog a bone. Ruff, ruff. A careful search will reveal a passage leading underground nearby. You might just find some treasure inside. flying mimics! Oh, there's one thing that I need to do first. Oops. That's not it. We gotta go after this Jinn now. What do you think the herbs taste like in RPG is bitter? That always made me... Yeah, I mean, usually stuff that's medicinal, pretty much tastes bad anyway. The light novel drugstore in another world, huh? I know that there's like a light novel series for a restaurant in another world. And that became an anime, and I really want to see that and read that book. Aw, man. Aw, man. Got it. Yeah, this was the only one that was initially available for the Game Boy Advance. Okay, let's see. This was Camelot, and Nintendo published it. Ah, that's where I needed to do. That's where I needed to go, and that's what I needed to do. And guess what? Are we gonna have to do this all over again? Nope. I don't know. Alright, little Jin. And now we got one more Jin. And now we have to head all the way back through the cave. How fun. Wonderful. They can't just put a damn ramp to jump down. They got a pet. Yeah, I guess so. An evil spirit grips Red! Oh dear. I don't even remember ever having Haunted by Spirits as an effect when I played this the first time. Okay, so now we are out of Vault, and now we are going to go back home. We're going to go visit Vale. Hey, if it isn't Sam, you came back home, huh? Oh, what have we got here? Nope, nothing there. bread. Alright, we'll go and visit Mom. Oh, it's Sam, isn't it? It's Ray back yet? Promise me, Sam. Promise me you'll bring Ray with you next time. That's Jenna that he's talking about. What does lie beyond that front? Hey, Sazy, how's it going? It's Kraden's house. Going good. So, hey, no worries about it. I know that you're very busy. You've got a lot of stuff to do and very important work, so it's all right. Oh, wow. Our roof still isn't correctly repaired. Wait! Why is she in bed? Who is it? Is it the innkeeper? Is it time to eat? No, then who? Sam! Are you finally home? Have you completed your mission? You haven't, have you? Have you forgotten your promise, Sam? Aww. You promised you wouldn't come back until your quest was complete, right? Yeah. You broke your promise because you were worried about me? Who told you I was ill? The mayor? Or was it the innkeeper? I didn't even know you were ill. I barely talked to anybody. Are you telling me you were surprised to see me in bed? You can't get out of your promises just because you're worried about me. Cough. I just caught a cold, that's all. But I'm fine now. Cough. Look. See? I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Go on. Do your best to complete your quest, okay? I'm sorry I seemed so harsh, Sam. I'm so happy to see you. I'll be waiting for you to come home for good. Here's Garrett's little sibling. Hey, how have you been? Oh, Red and Sam! What happened? You're back already? Already? What kind of way is that to greet us? But they said you might never come back! And it still seems like you're not back for good, like you're just visiting. Really? Is that what it seems like? Yeah, you and your friends, you all look like you are about to leave. You're smarter than you look. I have to shape up while you're gone, right? If not... Hey, the family will be fine as long as you're here. Am I right or what? What? Take care of our family while I'm gone, alright? Whatever you do, you must protect the family while I'm gone. Alright? I'm counting on you.
Don't push yourself too hard, okay?
And there's Sis. Ah! It's been a while. You're back? Have you gone home to see Dad yet? You have to see him. He's been worried about you. So have I. Sis? Don't get me wrong. I was just worried you might get into trouble because, you know, you're not that bright. Yeah, alright. Thanks, Sis. So, are you home for good, or...? Not just yet. You're leaving again? Don't push yourself too hard when you leave again. Hey. What? Shouldn't we look for Red? Why? Sam still doesn't know about Dora, right? Someone should tell him. You miss Red, don't you? You're looking for an excuse to find him. What? No, I just... Ugh, gah, ugh. Grandma, what's the matter? Are you choking? It's Red! She must miss Red too. No, it's really Red! Look, look! Oh, Red! What, Red? Oh, Red! Grandpa, I'm home. Yes, yes, did you complete your mission for the Wise One? Not yet? Well, I'm glad you're home, even if it's just for a little while. You're leaving again soon, aren't you? I'm just glad to see you're doing well. That's right. Let me introduce you to my new friends. I am Ash. Pleased to meet you. I am Ami from Emil. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Please look after young Red for us. Well, enough chit-chat. Relax and enjoy your stay here. Alright, so we've checked in on our parents. Next thing we want to do is probably just head over to the inn and stay overnight, because I believe there is some stuff behind that boulder that was on the road by Kraden's house. Oh my. Okay, let's do ourselves a quick safety save. And then we will head out and check on that boulder. And we are now in the Veil Cave. Oh, we've got a Djinn here. So, got a few people since my last asked how everybody was doing, so how is everybody doing? You are forging dinner. The Halt Gem. What is the Halt Gem? Bestows halt when equipped. And now we've got another Djinn. Alright, so now that we've got another Djinn, it's time for us to leave Vale. So turkey cutlet seasoning with low sodium tajin, sliced beets, and stuffing. That actually sounds pretty good. I don't know what I will do for dinner, although like I said, I did get some fixings for okonomiyaki, so I think I might do that. And I do have, the last time I bought some okonomiyaki fixings, I got myself some bacon and stored it into the freezer for just such an occasion. And I still have some. Then, of course, I could always do the curry hot pot, but that can wait. Alright, so we have now collected the Djinn from Vale. And now, where to next? We are going to... Been watching live streams, trying to figure out how I want to do mine for service dogs. So here is Lunpa. Oh, here's Vault. Goma Cave. Nothing down here. I think we do have to go through Goma Cave to go forward. Here is Bilibin. That led nowhere. The Bilibin Barricade. And the Persimmon Pickers. There's Kalima Forest. There was a cave around here that had a puzzle there. Yeah, there is a couple of items in Bilibin Cave. Bilibin Barricade, Alton, Lama Temple. I believe I'm going backwards? Nope, there it is. So we need to go to a room with a bunch of puddles of water in. Ha! Okay, so that's everything. Okay, so our next stop is we are going to go back to that jungle to find that Jinn and get it into our party again, so that's going to be an even longer trek. Sacred Feather's effects wore off. Well, I'll just have to stop in Kolyma and buy some more. Over the bridge. And there's the temple. And here is Mogal Forest. So gotta go back and check the FAQ for what I need to do in Mogal Forest. Alright, so we got one more Ginny. Alright, so we're out there, and now we have to go back to Alton. And then we're on our way back to Calais. Oh, I forgot about this place. Well, at least we know exactly where we need to go. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with doing teaching streams, I mean, I've never really done them before, but I'm pretty sure you can probably find a couple of streamers that do teaching of various subjects like personal fitness or such like that. You might want to seek out some like that. I mean, the thing is with me is that, I mean, I'm mostly an entertainer, but I'm not all that good. I mean, honestly, I've got a bunch of friends that are just so much better than I am. They can command an audience. They don't spend, like, long stretches of time quiet. Alright, so we are back after our little detour. Let's make a quick stop at the inn first. And then we are going to head into the port. And there is the port. Incredible! So this is the ocean Kraden was talking about! The Caragol is surrounded by land, so technically it's not a real ocean. A true ocean is totally open. What? But this looks just the way Kraden described it. Someday I want to see a real ocean, Sam. We can't take Silk Road, so everyone's in a pickle. It's too expensive to get a ticket on the ship. Oh, look, and there's a little Jinn. So here's the ticket office. That's strange. Isn't the replacement ship here yet? Once we've crossed the Caragol, we'll be reaching Tolby. Oh, I'm excited. Are you looking for tickets for boarding? Let's see, there are 4 of you, so it will cost 600 coins. Okay, so we are boarding the ship, and I love the music for the ship. I wonder what could have happened. You mean you still intend to cross this dangerous sea? It would be too big a loss to let so many passengers get away. Say, Kaja, how are the oarsmen doing? They're fearless. There's no problem there. It's just that... what? It's a whole bunch of them up here while we're crossing the sea. I won't be able to handle them alone. Them? I'm sorry, but you'll have to. I can't let anyone else fight but you, Kaja. Remember, the oarsmen will have their hands full rowing. They can't fight. There's nothing we can do. Let's set sail. What are you talking about? If we set sail now, we'll never make it to Tolby. We'll be fine. We have a protective amulet. Amulet. Amulet, you say? You mean that little anchor charm? The little anchor has always protected us from danger. Captain, get a hold of yourself. That's just full of superstition. It's okay. We'll be fine. Even if we can't find any mercenaries, that little charm will protect us. Now then, let's hurry up. Prepare to set sail. This is great. We'll be setting sail soon. Not if I have anything to say about it. Oh boy! Ooh, money. If we aren't going to set sail right away, I'm going to go ashore. Yeah, but we're going to set sail real soon, so please be patient. When is real soon? I'm asking how long real soon is going to be. You're wondering when... Well, we're planning to go see Colosso. You know, my friend Uranos here is scared of ships. Uranos? But he is huge! It's not that I'm scared, I just can't stand water. I'd rather be bitten by poisonous spiders than sail across the sea. Spiders, huh? And even Uranos is ready to cross the sea right now. Well, if we're not going now, then when are we going to set sail? That's not an easy question. So they're going to mutiny. Persuade him, right, Uranos? That sounds crazy. That sounds great. Count me in. I don't want any violence. So these are the oarsmen. An isle in the middle of the Caragol. I wonder if we will visit that island. There's the crow's nest. Now what, you want to see the captain too? Yeah. You're trying to launch the ship? We can't set sail in this dangerous sea. What was that? We don't care about that. We paid our money, now you have to launch the ship. But the captain decided to set sail just a second ago. So, we're taking off? Yes, preparations are being made right now. Well, maybe we were a bit rash running up here like that. Please, launch the ship when you're ready. Dot, dot, dot. Dangerous sea, that is what you said, isn't it? It's dangerous out there, is that why you wouldn't launch the ship? Yeah, I did. The sea is dangerous now. There are monsters. Monsters, you say? Lately, we've been sighting creatures never before seen in the Caragol. Dangerous ones. Actually, some even came on board the ship and attacked the crew. That is dangerous. We suspect that our replacement ship might have been attacked. With such dangerous creatures around, you might need warriors. It is certainly dangerous, but the ship is okay. After all, if there are monsters, I'll be glad to help out. Oh, really? Hey, Uranos, I thought... We have to make it to Colosso. If we're late, we can't enter. That's true, but... Hey, maybe you can give us a hand too, Sean. Really? Are you really going to help out? I'm a man of my word. If I said I'll help, I'll help. With you guys helping me to keep the deck safe, the ship should be okay. So, can we set off now? No, now we need someone to protect the oarsmen. Protect the oarsmen, huh? You guys need some warriors? You have an idea? I saw some warriors in among the passengers below decks. Do you think they'd help us out? Oh, I know who they're talking about. If they're from Angara, they will. If they could help out, we'd be unbeatable. And of course, we still have my lucky anchor. It's gone! It's vanished! What? The captain's beloved anchor! The anchor, our good luck charm? Oh, that? What's the big deal? So what if that old trinket's gone? What do you mean, oh that? That anchor's been keeping my ship safe for years. It's just decorative, right? Even if we find some warriors, we won't make it without that anchor. We're not leaving. But you just said we were leaving. That was when I thought we still had the anchor. Why all the fuss over a little trinket? Little trinket, weren't you listening to what he said? It's not just a decoration, it's a good luck charm. This ship doesn't leave until we find it. What's the problem? We've got some warriors to help us. Maybe we shouldn't have taken it. Hey, you, what are you doing here? You heard the captain, the ship goes nowhere. I waited too long. I'll get in trouble if I don't come clean. I have to confess that I hit it on top of the mast. Well, we've got the lucky anchor. Oh, of all the bad luck, losing my lucky charm. This ship can't leave until we find it. Hey, it's my lucky anchor! Well, look at that! Did you find our charm for us? It was atop the mast? Why there, of all places? I don't know what to say. Thank you. Now we can set sail. Boy, that's a relief. Now we can set sail, right, Captain? That's just what he said. Not just yet. Not yet? What's the problem this time? The Caragol Sea is thick with monsters. But you don't... Well, it's just like Sean said. The best we can do is protect the deck. We need someone to protect the oarsmen. Sean, you look like you have someone in mind to help us. Yeah. Someone to help? Who? Those warriors, that's who. They may look young, but each of them is a force to be reckoned with. Wow, we've got a reputation. When you put it that way, sure, why not? I can't argue with that. How about it? You want to join forces with us and help out the ship? So you'll help us. That means we can finally set sail. Oh good, that means the ship is taking off. There's just one thing left to do. Oh no, now what? I need some volunteers to help with the rowing, just in case. The ship won't move without oarsmen, so... Don't worry, we'll do that too. Wait a minute, you're supposed to protect the ship. We'll need to ask the other passengers. These passengers are part of your tour, so why don't you go ask them? This is crazy. We need you to help out, even with the crazy stuff. Well then, let's all go to our stations while we wait for the launch. Come to think of it, I don't know your name. You want to tell me? Ah, Sam. Well then, Sam, I'm looking forward to working with you. Well then, Sam. Well, everybody, let's get this ship to sea. Alright, so we're getting out of here, and we're getting downstairs. Oops, wrong place. Our replacement never arrived, but we're shoving off just the same. What about the sea monsters? Who's going to be protecting the ship? That'll be me, Uranos, Sean, and Sean on deck, and Sam and his friends protecting you down here. Can we really depend on them? Sam and his friends have seen more combat than even I have, so there's nothing to worry about. If you say so, Kaja, we trust your judgment. And what will you do if any of you becomes incapacitated? We're not sure what happens then. Another passenger will help row the ship. Don't worry about it, I had a word with the passengers. Who will go and give the order when the time comes? Good point. You should select a replacement and bring him here. Rowing requires teamwork. Be sure to balance the two teams. That's right, if we're not balanced, we won't make much progress. Right, you have your orders? I trust you'll all do your best. Okay, so it's time to shove off. Preparations, ready! Ship's course clear! And there's the little anchor. Alright, cast off! Row those oars! Alright, so we are on our way from Calais. Avast! Monsters sighted! Monsters? Aye, Captain, sea monsters. Captain, turn the rudder hard to starboard. Alright, I'm turning. It's no use, it's too late. Ah! Monsters below decks! Sam, take care of these beasts and save my mates! Alright, so let's see. It is 4:53 now, and I think what I'm going to have to do is I am going to have to end things off here. Let's see who is streaming right now that we can raid. Let me see here. Oh! Someone made me some fan art. Very much appreciated. Alright, so it looks like, let's see here. Looks like right now, Arkolf is playing Elden Ring. And, this guy, Arkolf, he's on, one of the, Dungeons & Dragons podcasts I listen to, has a very lovely voice. I mean, seriously lovely. So, I think what we're going to do is we are going to raid him. So, I'm going to leave things off here for the day, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. I will see you all again Tuesday night, weather and mood permitting, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. We're gonna go to the Stream is Ending stream, and then we are going to raid Arkolf. So have a good day.